Hello everyone. If you've made it to my video, that means you are suffering from the same existential crisis that I went through. And it happens to be this right here. Yep, your earpads on your Beats Solo 2 or Solo 3 have gone to hell. As you can see, the covering on the pad is pulled off, and then the outer layer on the other pad is starting to fade off, and they just look really terrible. Now, I've had these Beats Solo 3 Rose Gold for about 4 years now, maybe a little bit longer, since around 2018. So yeah, y'all can do the math for me. I think I'm right though. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I've had them for a while. They were my first pair of Beats, and hopefully they will be... Oh, I'm dropping them. I'm gonna tear them up even further. But like I was saying, hopefully they will be my last pair of Beats. And I don't say that to say that it is a bad product, but I'm just saying that to say I enjoyed them so well that I really don't want to give them up or trade them in for a new pair of Beats. I'm pretty sure at some point in time that time will come, because nothing lasts forever, fingers crossed. But we're going to try to make this last just as long as we possibly can. Now, you all, of course, are here to learn how to fix this problem. And just like you all, once I saw this happening, I had no clue what my options were. But I thought I was going to have to go through Apple to try to get the earpads replaced. And we know how expensive that can be. And I don't even think Apple replaces the earpads. So my only other option would be to go buy another pair of $200 to $300 to $400 earphones. And you know, not everybody is able to do that, and that was just not an option that I was willing to explore. Well, I did a little bit of research and a little bit of digging, and I found on Amazon that they sell earpad replacements for Beats Solos 2, 3, and I'm pretty sure for any other models. But once I saw that, I got excited. Now, a lot of people get a little bit nervous, because especially with electronics, because not everything is easy as it seems, and things tend to get worse when you try to do it on your own if you have no experience. So that's kind of the boat that I'm in. I don't have any experience replacing the earpads, but from what I've seen, not other videos, but from what it basically looks like with the eye test, it is something really simple to do, and hopefully we're gonna do it together, and hopefully this video will help anybody else out there that is thinking that there is no other way out other than to buy another set of earphones. And as you can see, these pads are flaking, and I get all of that little flake on my hair, on my face, on my hats or whatever. But moving this a little bit to the side, like I said, Amazon has a couple of sellers that sell kits, and this is one of the kits that I found. It was $16.99, and it came with great reviews. And there's the barcode. I don't know if that barcode will be able to help you all, but yes, it also came with a user guide and this nice little plastic baggie. So I'm gonna take the earpads out, show you all what comes in the kit, and then compare them a little bit to the original earpads. So right here, you get 2 earpads. I guess these are cleaning wipes. Yeah, wipe 1 removes excess dirt. Wipe 2 removes excess dirt. But one wipe is a dry wipe and the other one is a wet wipe. And you get 2 of them. You get 2 sets, or 4 in total. I guess that's to clean any residue that might be left behind from what looks like 3M tape on the back of the original pads and things like that. What else do we get? You get some 3M taping right there, and I wonder... Oh, okay, so yeah, no, the 3M tape is not already on there. That is just a sticker to protect the surface that this is going to be sticking to. So yeah, you get 2 rings right there of 3M tape. You get 2 pads, and then you get a user's guide, and then you also get a pick. I guess that's to separate the pads from the old pads from the headset. So right here on the instructions, it basically shows you what to do. Right there, it says, remove the right side of the old ear pad. Gently shuffle the tool underneath the ear pad and slowly separate. You can use the triangle opener or your butter knife. It says 2. Install the new right side ear pad. Notice which holes fit the dowels before installing the ear pad. So yeah, like it shows on here, there are holes right here and here. And that's because there are tabs on the headphones. And when you're separating the ear pad, the old ear pads, you want to be careful not to break those tabs. They're there for a reason. And then of course, this one goes on the side where the USB plug is, where you charge your earphones. And that one goes on the other side. And I'll show y'all that in just a second. Let me get the... Then it says, remove the leftover adhesive. And then it says, carefully push the ear pad into the dowels. So yeah, pushing them on the guided tabs. And hopefully I'll be able to show you that in just a moment. But hey, we've read through the instructions together. Looks pretty simple. Fingers crossed, everything will work out. And I'll have some functioning, newly padded Beats ear pads. Now, before we get started, I want to compare the aftermarket padding to the original padding. Now, of course, it's not going to look as thick because these have been worn down. And I mean, they've done pretty good for 4 years of light use, but again, it's time to change them. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and try to change these pads out, and then I'll let you know my full thoughts and opinions. So I guess we'll start with the one that is already peeling. And wow. And then I'm going to do a little bit of this off camera so that I can kind of eyeball it, and then we'll do the other one on camera. So give me just a second.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we are back. Now I have a couple of things to note. Like I said before, I was going to repair one off camera so that, you know, I could kind of get a feel for what's going on and be able to actually show you all properly what to do. And that's basically what I did. Now, a couple of things to note that I did find out in replacing this ear pad. There are 2 guide tabs behind the ear pads. One is here and one is down here. When you are removing the ear pad adhesive, you have to be very careful because they are small little thin tabs. And I think I broke one, or it might have already been bent from just the sheer damage of the ear pad. But that's what one of them looks like there. And you can see how tiny it is and how easy it would be to break. Lucky enough, I did not break the other guide tab, and I was able to use that to line things up. Another thing, I said that the adhesive was not on the back of it. This is the adhesive. This is not a protective piece just to keep this clean. These are just extra adhesives in case you mess up. So they did come with extra adhesive. And another thing, these pads are not good enough. If you've ever done anything like bought a protective screen off of Amazon for your cell phone or anything like that, and you've got these pads in there, you all know exactly what I'm talking about. These are not good enough. These are not wet enough to remove the leftover adhesive that will be left behind from the old ear pad. So I do have a bottle of isopropyl alcohol. 70% or 100% works well. Or if you don't have any isopropyl alcohol, but you do have a hair dryer or a heat gun, that would probably be your best other option. But with heat guns and hair dryers, you have to be careful not to apply too much heat to the item because heat will damage electronics. So that's 2 options. All I did was put some isopropyl alcohol on the pad, and just went to work on it. And I'll show you in just a second. And this pick also came in handy for more than just removing the ear pad. It also helped me remove some of the excess glue. So, you know, that's just two options there in terms of helping you remove these pads. So what I'm going to try to show you all is underneath here is the best way to do. You know, you just dig in. Let me see if the camera will focus. So there is a white layer up under here, and that is the, what is it? The base for the ear pad. And hell, I mean, it's torn up, so I might as well just pull it and show you. That white plastic base right there. What you want to do is you want to get in between that plastic base and your headphones, and you want to gently push up, apply just a little bit of pressure. And like I said, you want to avoid that guide tab. So once you're able to get it up under there, don't be afraid to take a peek up under there if you can, and try to avoid hitting that guide tab. Also, because it's on like a floating diaphragm right here, you also want to be careful not to damage that diaphragm. So I would say you want to get up under there about I want to say about a quarter of an inch, and then you want to back off, and then you just want to slide it all around the edge to kind of get that separation going. You just want to do enough to kind of separate that glue. Now, like I said, this would be the perfect opportunity for a heat gun. I would be able to heat that glue up and just go ahead and pop it free instead of what feels like forcing the issue. And I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, there's separation, but I can definitely hear the separation. And because I know that those tabs are literally either here and here or here and here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to attack the middle areas and separate it from the middle as to avoid breaking those guide tabs. And then you can kind of see the glue right there not wanting to come loose. And see, there goes one of those guide tabs. So because I see the guide tab here, I know the other one is, what's the word? Horizontal, parallel? I can't remember. Man, y'all know. But I can tell it's up here. There we go. There it is. See, right there. Now with the first pad, I was able to get the majority. That's what it looks like on the backside. Yuck. But my pads, they weren't too dirty. They weren't dirty. I took pretty good care of it. But the first pad did not leave behind the 3M taping. It came off with the pad, and all I had to do was clean the residue up underneath it. So with this pad leaving behind the tape, this kind of just gives me an opportunity to show y'all what to expect. And you just kind of peel it up and kind of work with it, go around the headphone and do your thing. Even though you got the ear pads off, you still have to be careful not to break those tabs, because look how small and sensitive those tabs really are. Look, there you go. Now, I don't know if you can hear that, but you can definitely see how it is sticking to my finger. And that residue is what you want to get off of your earphones. Otherwise, if you try to put the new ones on, they will not stick properly. And let me go ahead and try to clean this space up a little bit. This is the old pad, and it's just covered in isopropyl alcohol. And what I did was just rub it and kind of work with it until I felt the smoothness of the plastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up off camera. When I get back, I'm gonna show you all how to put the pad on, what to expect, and then we'll be done. Okay, now that we have our repair surface all prepped and cleaned, again, you have the 2 tabs. To note, this is an excellent double tool. Of course, I'll use it to pry it off, but I also use it to scrape the excess glue off. It helped a ton. But now it is time to replace the Earpad. So remember, with the Earpad, before you put it on, remember that this area always goes facing down. The stitching line always faces the downward direction. You never want to have that stitching upwards, because look, that just looks awful. And I'm pretty sure, oh well, yeah, I was gonna say the guide tabs probably would not allow it, but as you can see, the guide tabs will allow you to place the headphones upside down. So, food for thought, or just a note, always remember that the bottom stitching goes towards the bottom. Now, let's go ahead and get this ready to lay down on the headphones. So what you want to do is this little tab, you can go ahead and rip it, and it's not supposed to completely rip off. It was just supposed to rip off enough for you to be able to pull it off like that. I'm sorry I didn't get that in camera, but yeah, you just pull it off like that. Toss the paper to the side, bring your headphones up, and use those little guide tabs. Match the holes up there with the guide tabs on the headphones, and just remember that, again, this bottom stitching always goes to the bottom of your headphones. So I'm just gonna do that right there. Get it on top of the guide tab, and then just firmly press it all around. Now remember what I said earlier. You wanna be careful not to torque around on this diaphragm too much, because that is what helps with the excellent quality of the sound. Oh, there we go. I had to snap that down because you don't want any gaps. And checking for gaps. Let's look. No gaps. That looks good to me. Now the final test is to see if I did or did not break it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my other spare phone. Check out my favorite YouTuber, Homegrown Kicks. Man, I heard that's a good guy. I heard he's got a lot of good videos and definitely something to watch. We're gonna go ahead and hit play and hear the sound quality. Wait, let me make sure the sound is up. Turn that sound all the way up and go ahead. See what comes.
Hey, what is up, YouTubers and YouTubies? Welcome back to the crib. I'm your boy HG, the hardest working man behind the scenes. And we back up in there because we belong here.
All right, and just like that, you have a full repaired set of Beats headphones. I hope this video helped you out and gave you the courage to repair your own earpads. And if you did enjoy it, go ahead and hit that like button, leave a comment, and always come back for more. Thank you.